Hello everyone, Atkpwr here with another Tribute to Normandy 44 DLC preview here with 16th Luftwaffe. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider checking out that Patreon link down below, along with Atkpwrgaming.com. Thank you to everyone who supports monetarily. It really does mean a lot. And thank you to the Strike team for sending me this video so that I could preview this division for you. Now, 16th Luftwaffe, if I remember correctly, did not feel super great in the previews. The original description did not fill me with hope for this division. Slot-wise, though, let's check it out here. We have only 3 slots in the Recon Tab. That sucks. Like, that ain't good. That right off the bat, that bad. Infantry Tab, full to the brim. Mostly cheap slots. 9 of these slots are cheap. I consider 1 2-point slots cheap, 3 4-point spots to be expensive, and then just that one. So, I mean, you definitely get a lot of infantry, no question there. I mean, kind of expected. Tank Tab, pretty limited. Only 4 slots, last slot being 3 points already. Support Tab, not actually huge. 7 slots. I mean, for a support tab, I guess that's pretty big. There's not a lot of like 10-slot support tabs. But it's also not the cheapest, though. The last 2 slots being 3 points. You got 2-point slots here in the center and only 3 1-pointers. It's not bad. It's very average. AT tab gets expensive, and it's not huge. 6 slots, again, falling in the average here, but only 2 1-point slots immediately kicking up to 2 and 3 points. Excuse me. So nothing bad or good here. Anti-air, a lot. I mean, you get a lot of it. It's 8 slots here. A lot of it pretty cheap. Really depends what's here. I mean, we know like Group Toulon and Dunkirchen can like have great AA tabs that are really flexible and basically double as AT. So your AT tab being mid doesn't really matter. RD tab is huge. 9 slots with what, 6 of them being pretty cheap. The other 3 being very expensive. Probably would never use these. I can't see outside of a team game ever needing anywhere near this much RD. And air tab here, it's big. 8 slots here. Only 2 1-pointers, goes right up into the 2-point slots and then 3 and 4 at the end. So nothing surprising here in terms of slot cost. There's nothing that's like, ooh, that's really good. There is some bad. Recon Tab bad. Recon Tab not good. Just from pure numbers here alone. Everything else, either Tank Tab small as well, but everything else kind of at par or right around where you'd expect, or just more availability. In terms of cost, nothing terribly special here. All right, so we have the bike. We have the Luftwaffe Atkpwr. Anything special about these guys? No. They look different. No special transport. Luftwaffe Fusilier. No, this unit's not good. I mean, okay, it's got an MG42, so technically it's an upgrade on the normal Fusilier. But instead of having an AT grenade, you have the Faustpatron, which is not good. Now, it will kill a transport, like a normal driving by transport, but usually your light arms will just kill, your small arm fire will kill that before you're ever in range of a Faustpatron. So, but it's only 25, it's only 20 points. That is important to note as well. It's only 20 points. I mean, you don't have a lot of choices here, right? You probably take the Atkpwr in A, and you probably take the Fusilier in B, just so you have enough in recon to get by in the game. That'd be my guess. No radio here on any of this. Nothing special radio-wise. So, yeah, not that I expected exciting things out of this. All right, so Ersatz. Not Ersatztruppen, just Luftwaffe Ersatz. Is a 9-man squad, only 15 points, comes with a what? An MG81? Looks like a plain machine gun, right? Am I looking at that right? Availability of the big, like the high availability of like 18, 27, 32. Is that what that was? Kind of missed it. Oops, sorry. Went back a little too far now. 12, 24, 32. Okay, 12, 24, 32. Lee Enfield rifles and this wonky submachine, this wonky LMG. I think when I was talking to the strike team, I think they said this is basically the equivalent to like all the other average LMGs, like a Bren. Like this is equivalent to like a Bren essentially. But the Bren is getting buffed. Fact, happening, real. Just a heads up. This unit is fine. 15 points. It's better than an Ersatztruppen. Little lower availability, but comes on all stages. I mean, there's a lot of cheap options here though. So, So then we have the normal Luftwaffe Jaeger. I mean, 15 points for this unit is solid. I mean, there's nothing really here to complain about. It's got AT, it's got a light machine gun. 9 men is small, but 15 points is 15 points. There's no getting around the fact that's only 15 points. Luftwaffe Jaeger MG34, this is just a straight downgrade, so this is definitely worse. Obviously, MG34 better than the whatever the LMG was, the Solothurn or whatever. But this unit is just, it's less availability, I think, too. I think I just saw. Then we have the Flakkampftruppen here. This unit is great. I mean, it's a Panzerschreck. Comes in B phase, so you get 16 Panzerschrecks. Can come with veterancy, too. So, yeah, I mean, this unit's quite good. Luftwaffe Pioneer. New unit here, I believe. 20-point Pioneer is good. It honestly doesn't even matter what the card says. If it's a 20-point unit that throws a grenade, it's pretty good. 10-man, 2 submachine guns, 7 rifles, and the MG15 here, along with a grenade. Disheartened, of course. Availability looks like normal Pioneer availability of 5, 10, 15 with no veterancy. They can get veterancy, though. Interesting. Very interesting. Not a big fan personally of disheartened CQC infantry because they get surrendered really fast. Like, that's the big issue, is they just melt in CQC combat. But a 20-point grenade tosser, you get 2 cards of these, is not bad. It's definitely not a bad unit. It's not like an incredibly good one, but it is really solid for what it is. Luftwaffe Jaeger Führer, nothing special here at all. Comes with a discipline trait, though. That's pretty big. Pioneer Führer. Luftwaffe Pioneer Führer. Not 20 points, though. I would like to note this is not the normal 20-point Pioneer Führer. So you are paying a 5-point premium for this extra discipline trait. And a Molly. It does come with a Molotov cocktail, so that is interesting. Not normal. Usually they have a grenade. And then you have the Luftwaffe Sturm Pioneer. I think this is definitely a new unit here. It is still disheartened. A-phase locked. 5 availability at 1 vet. 2 submachine guns, 6 rifles here. MG34 and the Flammenwerfer. It's You do get shock, which is nice. But like I said before, the disheartened trait in CQC is really painful. Like, it really sucks. This unit does not have any CQC damage otherwise. Like, you have 2 MP40s. Otherwise, this thing does not do CQC damage. Like, it's actually not well armed for CQC, other than the fact it has a flamer. If it weren't for this is just a normal grenadier squad. Like, that's not good. Shock helps, but it doesn't. Yeah, this unit is not great, and you still only get 5. Like, the most you're ever going to see of this unit is 5 of them in A phase. So this is not. I mean, you definitely bring it still because you don't have much else CQC wise. But this is not very strong CQC wise. This is serious disheartened spam. And in certain points of this game, this would be really good. But it's important to note that a huge change coming with this DLC is a change to the fallback mechanic, reducing fallback damage from 75% reduction to 50% reduction, which means units falling back take 25% more damage than they did before, which means falling back is going to be way less helpful. I mean, it's still helpful. It's still a 50% damage reduction, but significantly less than the 75% that it was before. So these disheartened troops that automatically fall back now are going to be in a lot more trouble because they're still going to take a fair bit of damage running away. And since they automatically run away, there's no way to stop that from happening to you. So disheartened infantry are taking a big nerf in this patch. Just overall, like all disheartened infantry, and unfortunately, this entire division is disheartened infantry. Like, there's no getting around the fact. None of the units are not disheartened. Only the leaders. Every other unit in this deck is disheartened. So that's not good. Like, this infantry tab is, I mean, it's spammy as spammy can get. But I'm not 100% sure if spammy is going to work anymore. Like, spam may not be as effective, and I hope it's not. Honestly, I hope it's not. I don't think throwing 100 garbage infantry at things should fix your problems. I think you should be badly punished for such a tactic. So I'm kind of excited for the nerf to disheartened infantry. I'm not looking forward to this infantry tab at all. I think it's going to be very unfun to have to work with this. Yeah, there's no special transports or anything either. Tank tab here. So it doesn't look like we have any phase locking. Normal Stug 3 card here. Nothing special. Only one of them. You get 2 Tiger cards at the not higher availability, but like that's what Tigers are these days. I mean, Tigers are Tigers. Take them or leave them. They're good in certain situations and very underwhelming in others. Königstiger P here. Interesting. And then we have the Knispel. 2 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 K I mean, this is cool looking. This is a cool looking camo. I'm not going to argue that point. This is cool. Not phase lock, so you can do like a 16th Panzer and do like a double King Tiger opening if you're feeling really stupid. I guess that's interesting. I mean, this division might be really good in 10v10 because you get King Tigers, and I know that's like, you got a King Tiger, you're good in 10v10. Now, the actual, like for 1v1, this tank tab is not great. You have one card of medium tanks only. One. Like, that is not enough. Tigers, then in King Tigers. Like, that's not a lot to work with. How do you build this? I might just go Stug 3 Tiger and a King Tiger. Or skew the King Tiger altogether and just go Stug 3 and 2 King Tigers. But if you want that last slot, you throw a King Tiger card in there somewhere. Interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Again, looks sick. Okay, so we have a Luftwaffe Flammenwerfer. Nothing special here except the card looks cool with its like little like blue helmet here. That's neat. Nothing. 50mm mortar. Nothing special here. The normal German crappy one. Ooh, what's this? Oh, Flakpanzer Bren. So it's a 20mm for only 20 points. And it's on the little Bren carrier. It's got armor. Oh, this thing slaps. You absolutely take this. Why? Because it has armor. So you could just drive it into a bunch of infantry and just all around. Now, a 20mm is not actually phenomenal at killing infantry. Like, let's be straight up about that. If it's not an SDK of Z, like if it's not a quad, like a Flakverling or a double 20mm, singular 20mm are very underwhelming at killing infantry. They actually don't do a great job. But you slap a little armor on this thing like this has, make it only 20 points, which is half the cost of a normal 20mm. And give it an MG34 because why the heck not? And boom, you have a unit that is probably monstrous. I actually think this unit could be really good. Like getting free AA here is pretty nice. So this is the Felgendarmerie, the military police. So you get a chonky military police. He's fanatical, 13 men with the LMG 100H. I mean, technically this unit's pretty good, and I think you have to bring it. Well, then again, your leaders are military police too, so maybe not, but probably. You probably still bring this unit. I think it might be necessary. This is nice. MG34 for 20 points. These are always fantastic. These units, when they come up in like 14th Infantry and 715th, they're very good. Like, don't leave these at home. Then we have the MG 271. Okay, Hotchkiss. Same thing. I mean, this is technically really good. MG 42. Now, that's normal availability for this. So this has no... I wouldn't take this. I would take these over it because the cost is actually cheaper. This is a normal price unit with Disheartened slapped on it. And I don't see any advantage to it. Like, I don't see availability advantage. I don't see cost advantage. I don't think you should take the MG42, as weird as that sounds. Because usually you always take MG42 over a lot of the other options. We have supply, and then we have the commanders. You probably need a commander here. You almost like 100% need a commander. Because your Disheartened troops at least become a little more serviceable if they have double vet. Like, at least if they have double vet, they're like functioning at a slightly higher level. Interesting. Interesting. All right, let's hear Panzerschreck at 15 points. Disheartened, but for a Panzerschreck team, that's worth it. You don't like, they either get to their target and kill it or they don't. It's generally like black and white. So they don't generally get shot at a ton. Like, if they do, they die, right? If your Panzerschreck gets shot at, it's generally just dead. So the fact that that's Disheartened is probably not all that backbreaking. The 5-point reduction is nice. It's a pretty good bonus. No transport. Okay, so we have the Panzerjäger Bren. Oh, this is a nice little slap together unit here. 15 points for 10 rounds a minute. A Bühler gun here. 70 millimeters of penetration, 5 damage, 1250 meter range. Has HE shells that it'll eat through in no time. 6 availability. No, this unit's great. I would want to try to fit this in if possible. 2 pack 38 cards. Do love that. 1 pack 40 card only, though. Stug 3 F8. Okay, so this is another medium. So this is your A-phase medium tank, honestly. And the problem is your AT tab is not big. So this is rough, but I think you have to bring this in just to give you A-phase medium tank and then put your normal Stug card in B-phase. 17-pounder lock to A. No, you don't need it. You got Tigers, you got Königs, you have a Königs Tiger, you got a King Tiger. This feels kind of redundant in that respect. How to feel about this? It's double vet. It's very good. Like this unit, Fireflies are very good, and double vet, this thing can definitely throw some lead down range. Do you have space for it is the question. You don't technically need the Panzerschreck. Remember, in the Infantry tab, you have the Flak Truppen, whatever they are, the Flak Truppen with their Panzerschrecks, and there's like 16 of them in B phase, and that's when you're phase locked to them. So basically, can you survive A phase with no Panzerschrecks? Probably. So you bring this Panzerjäger Bren, you bring the Pack 38 card, so we have 2 there, Pack 40, Stug 3, we're at 4, and then we have 1 more card. We can either take more Pack 38s, or we can take the 17 pounder, the Panzerjäger Firefly. I don't know. Do you need this singular unit? Because again, you got Tigers and stuff. Like, do you need this? Probably not. Like, I'm going to be honest, you'd probably just bring a Tiger instead of this. Honestly, I would take the 17 pounder before I took the Firefly, because you have armor that does the same thing as this that doesn't die as easily. So probably don't take this. I'm not saying it's a bad unit, but I don't actually see it fitting in the build of this deck. All right, AA, 20 mils. Nothing special. Flak 36, they're meh. Flak 43, now there's an AA piece. Phase lock to B phase, because why not? So yeah, you only get your good AA and B phase, it looks like already. Yes, Flak 43s make this AA tab good, basically. Flak Verling, okay, so you can bring Flak Verling in A phase. All right, so your AA is definitely really strong, just like from these first couple units. Flak 37, you might take this just because you don't have any other 2K AT other than the tanks. So you might take 1 card of this because you have so many slots. Like, why wouldn't you? You just take 1 of these because you can. Ah, another Flaxveiling. Oh, this thing is the monstrosity, the ultimate weapon of AA Doom. A double 37 mil Flak 43. These things are phenomenal. You definitely you definitely take this. You absolutely take this. Probably in B phase, so you get 2 of them. You can basically block the entire map with these Doom weapons of AA destruction. Then Flak 41, 88. Now, whoa. Let's back up here. Back up. Boop, boop. What is this? This is a much better 88. So we have AP shells on this thing, 220 millimeters of penetration. Whoa. That's a gun. Only 8 damage still. Oh, Eugen, come on. Come on. Fine, whatever. I understand it's technically the same gun as all the other ones, but it's firing a higher... The 105s get 10 damage. Why can't this thing get 10 damage? Come on, this division is not strong enough that I think giving this 10 damage would be that game-breaking, but okay. I digress. The 16 rounds a minute is good. I don't know which... Okay, so it's 12 rounds a minute on the AT. That's really good. Like, that's a very high rate of fire on AP shells. 40% accuracy. Everything else is standard. I mean, it's a cool-looking weapon. Okay, so they didn't show us the HE or the bullets. But that would imply the bullets are 16 and the HE is probably 12 still. And that's still really good. I don't know what the damage on the HE is, though. This unit is fantastic. You almost, you definitely take it. So you get 2 cards of them. Oh, so you don't need the 88. Forget that. You take these 2 things. I guess, A-B phase, so you have 3 of them. You could, I guess, A-C phase or B-C phase if you really want a lot of these. I don't think you need a lot of them, though. So 3 of these, so 2 cards there. You get the Flaxveiling, take a Flak Verling, and then you can take the 2 Flak 43s if you want to go nuts. So that's 6 slots, boop, 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 right there. So that's some chunky AA. That's definitely what that is. Arty Tab, Beobach, whatever, Battery Fear, normal stuff. 81 Mortar, okay, normal stuff. Whoa, look at this new picture here. It's kind of weird. Are they changing all of these to that? That's kind of weird looking. I'm not saying it's bad, it's just weird looking. And we have a Nebelwerfer. Okay, Nebelwerfers are fantastic. Can you bring it in with ammo? That's kind of key. We don't get to see. We have Zis 3s. Zis 3s are okay. I mean, it's an FK288. I mean, FK288s are good. I mean, actually, this is an AT gun. This is just a straight up FK288 AT gun with infinite range. So, interesting. Why... Now, my question is, why is this so much more expensive than the FK288 we find in the AT tab in Hartnick and all those other ones? Don't they have infinite range too? I thought they did. So... weird. Okay, what is this? Hello. Hello, my darling. What are you? We have the Nebula Warfare 42, 210 millimeter. So in between the 300 and the 150? Okay. I'm interested. I'm intrigued. Wait, I need to check something here quick. I'm sorry. I'm going to go back for a second. This Nebula fires 3 rounds a minute, and this one does 2. Oh, no, I missed. This one's got 2. So it is slower firing. That's important to note. 7,000 meter range. So it's pretty long range for sure. 6 tubes, of course. 10 damage. 124 availability. 85 points. You bring in the ammo for 40. So it's 125 points for this. It's probably pretty good. I'm not going to lie. This is probably pretty... Depends on the reload speed. Like, is it like a 20-minute reload speed? Then no, it's not very good. 122s with radio. I mean, that's fine. Kind of gives you 2k HE. And then we have the big 172, the K18 here. These are, now, it does not have 8 rounds a minute before everyone gets over the moon excited. That's the smoke. The HE, I think, is still 3. So, you might have to bring the 122 just for 2k HE support. Because I don't think there is any. So, you might need this just for the 2k HE support, which means you might actually be filling this RD tab a bit. You take the Nebula Warfare 41, you take the Nebula Warfare 42, you take the 122 for the HE, so that's those 3. You take a Battle Fear because you need leaders. Do you take the 172? Maybe. I mean, you could technically take the mortar too. I mean, you could fill 6 slot of this really easily and not be hitting the expensive slots. It's a lot of RD though. It's a lot of RD. All right, DO217, I've grown to hate these. I used to love them, and now I hate them. The maneuverability on these are so horrendous. You maybe get 1 fly through, and it takes 15 minutes for the plane to get back around to shoot something else. So not a huge fan. ME410, these are great air recon. High availability, medium resilience, super fast. These are very good air recon if you're going to be using air recon. BF-109 G6U3. I mean, this is a fighter. Like an actual fighter. It's got like guns to do it. 620 kilometers an hour. Might be nice for like early game. Get it out there. You think the opponent's going to have early air recon and no AA. You can get this out and shoot theirs down. It's definitely like could trade up really well. BF-109 G6. Meh. Nothing exciting there. BF-109 G6 R2. Bad bomb loadout. So not great. Focke-Wulf 190 with a cluster? What? Okay, this is new. So we have a cluster on this thing. Availability 124. 485 bad resilience. Wait, the F8s have medium resilience though. Why is this one bad? That doesn't make sense. An F8's an F8. Why is this bad resilience? Questions? Interesting. Should be pretty good though. I mean, it's a cluster bomber. DO217s are really good. This bomb loadout is terrible though, so I would never take this. This DO217 I would take. 130 availability, 124, 4 500 kilogram bombs, 370, very good resilience. This is a good plane. This is a good bomber. Good heavy bomber. And then we have the DO217 with 2 1,000 kilogram bombs, phase lock to 2-4 availability with 140 points. Is this better than the last one? It's 400 kilometers an hour. That's faster. I think the other DO217 for its price is probably a little better. 4 500 kilogram bombs, probably better than 2 1,000. Maybe not. 1,000 kilogram bombs do a lot of damage. I'm not sure. I could go either way with that one. Depends on how boomy I feel. Defense, nothing exciting. So, yeah, I mean, this division, a little underwhelming in my opinion. Recon Tab, obviously terrible. The Infantry Tab, at one point, this might have been really good. And now, I mean, 15-point infantry, it's a lot of them. There's a lot of 15-point infantry here. But I think the disheartened trait is it's taking a kick in the balls with this fallback mechanic decrease in damage reduction. So that will really matter. Tank Tab, not great. I mean, you get fun tools, but it's not necessarily good. Support Tab, you get this really cool unit, but nothing else here. There's no 2k HE. That's a big issue. And everything's disheartened, so you're not winning any long-range like battles, and basically everything's a machine gun. This Flakpanzerbrenn thing is the coolest thing here, and this is good, but it doesn't make this support tab good. The AT tab is good. You get some cool stuff here. This is a nice mix of things. A little lacking in Pack 40s. Certainly, you don't have a ton of heavy AT. and you need that Stug 3 to make up for your lack of medium tanks. AA tab, phenomenal. This is phenomenal. Like, really good. Not the best there is. Doesn't have like 105s that insta-kill things, but still extremely good. RD tab, really good. This RD tab seems pretty fantastic. And the air tab, middly, average, not great, not bad. Your AA is so good, the fact that your fighters aren't great is not a bad thing. Only having these couple heavy bombers, though, and a weirdly statted Focke-Wulf 190 cluster, not great. So it's going to be an interesting division. It definitely, I think, comes down to how good our infantry still after this patch. If infantry are still really good, then this is going to really struggle. Like, if infantry are still the key, then this is going to struggle because your infantry really aren't super good. But if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider checking out that Patreon link down below and atkpwrgaming.com. Thanks a bunch, guys, and have a fantastic day.